Yo dudes, I'm just doing a quick video while I'm down here. I am out in the OD, the historic Dayton's Oregon District. It's been called one of the 5th most fun cities in the country, but I don't know who voted on that. But there's a lot of places to urinate. I don't know if that's what they judged on. But anyway, this is down here where Wiley's is, but I'm getting set up to, I'm trying to shoot starting a little web series, because that's what the world needs, is another comics web series. But this is, so I'm working on that this weekend, so I'm going to be in a bunch of different places filming a bunch of different stuff with a bunch of different little people. And this may or may not end up on here. If it does, then awesome. But I'm going to try to do little stuff behind the scenes while I'm making it. So then I'm doing my silly video blog stuff while I do the actual sketches. Then you're just really invested in the projects we're doing. Amazing stuff. I will say this, Dayton is underrated architecturally, I think. It never gets the full credit that it is due. I always thought someday I want to shoot like a legit movie down here. I've been writing it in my head for about the last 5 years, of film I want to make in Dayton. It's kind of got, Dayton is a city that's lost its real kind of purpose, you know. It was, believe it or not, a lot of people give me shit when I say this, but Dayton, for real, was basically the Silicon Valley of the turn of the last century. This, you may or may not, but it was one of the farthest west states, and there was a time where no place in the world had an airplane. The airplane was here. The Wright brothers would be testing. You can see it flying around. The paved road was here. The automobile mainly got its start in Cleveland, but the ignition start, that came in Dayton. The rubber tire. And what the ignition key start did was allowed women to drive and effete men. Because before you have to be like, and crank up your car. So it created the soccer mom. So, and Cleveland was actually the first city to have electric light. But Dayton was not that far behind it. So if you can imagine, nowhere else in the world but Ohio, and I'm not just jerking off Ohio, this is all, you can look it up. There was a time you go into Ohio where you had an airplane flying around, cars driving everywhere on paved roads with stoplights, lights were lit up by, houses were lit up, English was never taught, lit up by electricity. It'd be like walking into the future. Even in other parts of the country, imagine you came from other parts of the world and you came here, and because it was like that, all these innovators and whatever started to come into Dayton, and then World War II had a little boom, but then it's basically manufacturing base, and it became cheaper to go everywhere else. So, like many places in the Midwest, again, it's like a gold mining town, like Tombstone, booms and it drops. The history of America. And right now, we're looking at it is in the drop zone. But anyway, what's left over from this golden age of innovation is some beautiful early 19th century architecture, and I think Dayton is again underappreciated. It's got a very kind of Boardwalk Empire 20 sort of vibe to it in a lot of the old buildings. When I visited my lawyer, the building is amazing. It's all like marble and gold. Again, you look like you're walking into The Godfather. So, but again, I've always been trying to think of like a movie that's got to get kind of sort of the vibe of what a Rust Belt city is, but also shows off the beauty of what's left behind. The sad part is in America, we don't appreciate things that are old. We don't like old things, sexy old women. We see an old building. I mean, we had this old factory in the town I grew up in, and they're like, we got to get rid of this thing. This thing's like from the Civil War. I was like, yeah, it's a beautiful old building. It's an old Civil War architecture. And they're like, I could get this shit out of here. We don't like anything that's, if they put in, there's a little town called The Green here, which is like one of these fake outdoor mall kind of towns. And it has, I know I'm totally off subject. I was talking about videos, but now you got me going on. You didn't get me doing shit. I'm talking to myself. But it looks like a Disney village. It's like this outside downtown. People don't want to go downtown and see an actual city of downtown. They want to go to a place that's got a cheesecake factory and a Starbucks and everything looks plastic and there's no sharp edges and all this kind of stuff. So downtowns and places like this are dying out, and then the buildings are in disrepair because whatever else, and it's all falling away. And it's sad. I don't like it. Somewhere along the line, Americans lost faith in their own ability to put forward a culture. Now we have kind of a corporate culture, and we like it because it makes us feel safe. I'd rather not pull into Joe Bob's Diner because it may give me, may not, I don't know what's on the menu. I get nervous. I'll go to Bob Evans. Even though I might get diarrhea, it's worth it just to not have to use my brain. I don't know. Why am I coming here shitting on everybody? If you like, I like Bob Evans too. I didn't come here shit on everybody. I came talk about the videos we're going to do. And yeah, so I got about 5 or 6 comics coming through this weekend through the RV, and I'll do a couple little behind the scenes with them as it goes on, and whatever else, and then try to share that with the YouTube. But then later it'll make sense. I share a lot of just strictly comedy videos on my Luke Capasso Comedy Facebook page, because I've been told people get confused between the video blogging and then making the videos. I don't know. I don't know what people do or don't do. But anyway, it's been nice getting out this week. I finished up my little construction jobs earlier, so I was able to do some creative stuff. So I've been writing this sketch, scheduling everybody, getting a crew in to kind of do it properly like. So yeah, dudes. Anyway, I don't know if there's any point to this or not. I will say before I get off here, I want to thank everybody for the tips on how to store tools and do whatever else. And yeah, that's been all right. Last weekend was all about the babies, mainly the little girl. The boy's getting a little older now, and he's spreading his wings and hanging out with his friends, and I like it. I mean, I miss him, but I like it. It's a good thing. It's been overdue. So anyway, so yeah, so I also got my show tonight, and I want to show you guys. I've never shown you guys this on the little YouTube channel, but where I run a monthly show in this town called Yellow Springs. And I also need to give you a little tour of Yellow Springs because it's a nice place. But I'll give you a little thing. I'll show you little shots of the show where I run a monthly show there. It's in a little coffee house. It's got a lot of local people from Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky. I've had a couple come from Chicago one time. But yeah, anyway, so that's what's going on around here. This is mainly an attempt to try to stay more up to, this is tobacco, this is not, not that I have any issue with people. You do what you want to do. Your body is yours. You stick in it or not stick in it, or stick it in other people who want you to stick it in there, or whatever else. It's your goddamn business what you do. But I just let you know that I'm not advocating the use of marijuana on this channel. I advocate the use, only advocate the use of RVs on my channel. I'm not paid by anybody. I'm not a role model, as Ice Cube would say, from the great NWA. Anyway, so that's me today, dudes. I'm done. I'm rambling on. There's no point to this anyway. But y'all take it easy. Thank you guys for stopping by, and